Super Mario Land is an important entry in the Mario series, as it marked Mario's first adventure on the go. When it was released as a launch title for the Game Boy in 1989, it sold 19 million copies, making it one of the best-selling Mario games. Despite this, when talking about Mario games, this game is often forgotten. Today I'm going to be seeing if there's a reason for that, or if Mario Land is actually a forgotten gem. Without further ado, Super Mario Land. After starting the game, you are given absolutely no break before going into the first level. Even Super Mario Bros. Had that World 1-1 screen to let you know what was to come. After playing for a little while, one thing becomes clear. This ain't a regular Mario game. Rather than taking place in the Mushroom Kingdom we all know and love, Mario Land sees Mario journey to Sarasa Land, where everything is different. Koopas explode, fire flowers replaced by some bootleg, and for some reason Mario falls like a rock. Not only that, but you're requested to save Princess Daisy, not Peach. I'm not sure why they would choose to do this, but I'm sure there was some reason. Anyways, World 1, or as it's called in the manual, the Muda Kingdom, is your average introductory world, introducing you to all the mechanics and weird choices the game makes. Like, for some inexplicable reason, they decided to have each world have 3 levels across 4 worlds, as opposed to what the previous game should set up as 4 levels across 3 worlds. Oh yeah, there's also only 12 levels in this game. It's tiny! The whole game actually only takes up 32 kilobytes of storage. Anyway, this choice was most probably done to include more bosses, which would be understandable if the bosses weren't complete pushovers, but I'll get to that later. Back to World 1. The special enemies are bugs and lions, an odd combination of things, but whatever gets the job done. One thing I like about this game is how each level has a different setting. The Muda Kingdom seems to be themed around Egypt, as level 1 has a pyramid in the background, level 2 has several trees to jump on, like on the Nile River, and level 3 takes place in a tomb. The levels are pretty easy, and before you know it, it's time for the first boss. A big lion known as King Totomesu, seemingly portraying King Tut. He behaves like Bowser in the first 2 games and is pretty easy. World 2, the Muda Kingdom. For whatever reason, Mario arrives in a UFO, begging the question of why he couldn't just fly it over to Daisy, but that's beside the point. The enemies are a lot weirder, with a robot, seahorses, and lots of fish. The level design here is hard but fair. I could not find any recurring theme for this kingdom, but it makes up for it with the submarine segment. Mario Land has 2 vehicle segments and they both control the same. They aren't too difficult but provide a nice break. The boss of the kingdom is a giant seahorse named Dragonamesu. Really outdid himself with his name, Nintendo. Anyway, he's got one of the easiest attack patterns in the universe, so he'll be down in no time. World 3, the Eastern Kingdom, is themed around Easter Island, fitting considering the name. The unique enemies here are mostly just different moai, which are also the decoration of the first level. A weird design choice to be sure, but it makes the kingdom stand out. Level 2 is underground and is filled with falling spikes. It is in this exact level where you notice the game's biggest flaws. World 3-2 requires a lot of precise platforming, which is easily Mario Land's biggest weakness. The physics of the whole level feel very frustrating, as you will oftentimes miss a platform despite how it looks like you can make it. And other times you'll just slide right off a platform. This would be bearable if you weren't punished so much for screwing up. Like every other Mario game up until Odyssey, Mario has a limited number of lives. If you run out of lives, you get a game over. In Mario Land, however, if you get a game over, you go all the way back to the beginning of the game. This is unnecessarily cruel. And when combined with several deaths that can feel cheap, makes the whole experience very frustrating. Thank God for save states. Anyways, World 3-3 is more dumb platforming, and you will eventually enter a tomb containing a giant moai throwing rocks at you. This would be somewhat threatening if you couldn't just damage boost through them. Great game design. World 4, the Chai Kingdom, based off of China, with easily the weirdest enemies in the game, including but not limited to fists and pipes, chickens, those spinny things from Mario 3, and Chinese guys, I guess. Seriously, that's what they look like. World 4-1 is filled with bamboo in the background. It's a fair but tough level. About time we got another one of those. There's not much to say about it. World 4-2 has some more dumb platforming, and also consists of a large variety of locations, making it interesting to play, if not very fun. Finally, World 4-3, the last level of the game, is the second vehicle level. You get attacked by chickens and rockets, somehow the chickens are the more threatening of those two. After navigating some obstacles, you have to fight the final boss, who has 2 phases. For his first phase, he appears as a cloud who throws chickens at you. Did I mention this game is weird? In his second phase, he reveals himself as an alien and shoots you with some splitting bullets. He ain't too hard and he'll be down in no time. You can finally reunite with Daisy and see the credits roll. And that was Super Mario Land. I didn't like it. The physics are weird, the game's too punishing, and it's way too short. They mentioned it took less than an hour to record the entire game, and that's with several deaths. Overall, I didn't really enjoy myself, and I would pass on this one. Is it the worst Mario game? No, the Lost Levels are worse, but this one's pretty bad. However, there's one great aspect to the game, the music. Every song in this game is really good and upbeat, as Mario music should. And I'd love to see more than one song from the game be in Smash. I'll see y'all next time we take a look at Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Please tell me in the comments what you thought and have a great day.